Today, moms, we know getting your kid to eat and sleep is tough.
I feel like I'm upsetting him so much.
So we got Nanny Joe Frost to give first-time mom Gretta an intervention.
Expect the tears, expect the resistance.
Big baby's one already. Now, Gretta and her lovely, gorgeous husband, Ricky, her and hubby were having, of course, the parenting questions that go along with a baby turning 1. So we sent in the biggest gun of all when it comes to parenting to help them out. Our other buddy, Joe Frost. Take a look at what happened.
Here's the monster. A lovable monster.
Are you the boss of this? Yeah?
Exactly.
It's my son.
The first year, I think, was amazing. That he, in comparison to other babies, was amazing.
Yeah, but that was the first year. Things have changed.
You being very faithful?
Those days are gone when I can just put him in the chair, get him in the car, put him in the crib.
How do you tell a 15-month-old child not to be pushing all of his food off the tray or saying no? You don't really know what to do with a baby that's so young, that's, you know, testing you.
I can't tell you how glad I am to see you, Joe. The biggest concern I have right now is Kyrie not eating. All of a sudden, he has just sits and protests.
Right now, basically, you're saying that you're serving up different foods, but he's not eating as well as what he should be. Is that right?
Exactly, yeah.
He won't eat red meat, lamb. He won't eat anything that's, you know, higher in iron and vegetables. And my pediatrician checked his blood. He's got very low iron.
Right, okay. Then I'm going to sit down for a minute and just watch you do lunch.
Okay, honey. I know you don't want to sit here.
Now, I've got to assume that you were giving him puree food.
Oh, yeah, that's the only way.
So then where does Kai get to chew? Where does he get to use his facial muscles and chew? Because he's got loads of teeth.
He's got a whole
So he's got loads
mouthful
of
of
teeth.
teeth.
But where is he
Molars.
chewing? Because if he doesn't use his facial muscles, then he's not going to produce enough saliva that helps him with his digestive system and also speech. Is he talking much?
He's not talking that much, no.
Okay.
Mama, Dada.
So the
about it.
more he's chewing, okay, the more he's going to use his facial muscles alongside the early development with you talking to him a lot and him seeing your face, he's going to develop that more. You've got to steam your vegetables, put them in a slight pulse mixer, like a blender, with bits of meat and make it consistent in a bowl so that you're able to spoon feed him, and sometimes he does as well.
And now I would put in a little cauliflower.
Yeah,
Right.
next in your cauliflower. So do you see how that's even more grainy than what your
it's
puree
not.
is?
No, when I puree it, I mean, it's like liquid. So this is
Yeah.
definitely lumpier than
like
he's
milk.
used to.
All right. Right.
You are going to love this. A whole new recipe. You haven't had this one before. Come on. Come on. It's okay. A little bit. Let me help you. Let me help you. Come on. Oh, honey. Oh. Come on. Try. Just a little bit.
Can you put it into his mouth? So that it's in his mouth, even if he spits it out?
Can I try? Can I try? Hey, look at this. This is delicious.
So expect the tears, expect the resistance.
This is the point we get to, and then I think, well, I can't have him hate sitting down for every meal. That's my other concern, is that he's always going to be in this state, but you're saying no, he'll eventually get over it. I just have to stick to it.
You just need to be more firmer with him.
All right. It's not that bad. I don't.
Now he's making me cry.
No, I mean, we know it's not. Look,
You're crying?
The stuff
Why
that
are
you've
you
got,
crying?
The stuff that you've got.
She's really crying.
Do you feel bad that you're giving him this food?
I feel bad that he doesn't like it.
It's not he doesn't like it. He wants to resist bits.
No, I know he needs it. It's just I feel like I'm upsetting him so much. It's just...
He's not crying because he thinks you're being like a bad mum. He's like, you change the script. I want the liquid stuff. What do you mean you're giving me bits? In those toddler years, you've got to have patience because that's what teaches your child to move on to those next stages.
I never thought I'd be this person who gets all upset.
Because you personally feel like you're hurting him.
I bet if we gave him a bagel right now, he'd love it.
I know, well, we
Yeah, he
normally
would.
do
He
that,
loves
but we
bagel
can't
and
give
coffee
in.
in the morning.
We can't give in. Okay, so this is Kai's room.
Sweet.
And honestly, for me, this has been very easy up until now. Sleeping, he's gotten his 12 to 14 hours. Now, he doesn't want to take afternoon and daytime naps. And at night, I'm finding myself going in and out.
If you go in every 5 minutes, then actually what your child is not learning to do is to self-soothe. And they need to learn how to self-soothe, get themselves off to sleep by themselves. So we're going to use a technique, okay, called the controlled timed crying technique.
Okay.
This is a technique that I've been using for over 25 years, and it works every time. You're literally going to give him a big kiss, okay? Good night, darling. Time to sleep, and you're going to put him down on his back. Then night-night, and then you're going to come out of the room.
Okay.
Let him cry for 5 minutes. You're going to come back in, and you're going to do this. Watch my face. You're going to put your hand, okay, on his tummy, and you're not going to look at him in the eyes. You're going to look at the bridge of his nose and just go, shh. And then you're going to come back out. Now you're going to double the time.
So
Right.
5 goes to 10.
10 goes to 20, 20 goes to 40. Because what that allows Kai to do is to regulate himself in knowing that you will come back in, but he has to learn to self-soothe in between those periods of time.
Now, I know you said don't look into his eyes. Why?
Yeah, because you don't want the full contact. You're gently just touching his tummy. That's enough language.
Now, what about when I turn around to go if he's already sitting up?
You shouldn't know because your head should be out. Stick with the technique and trust the technique. If I told you that you did this technique consistent during the afternoon nap and bedtime and it would take you 5 days max, what would you say?
I would say hooray.
So, night-night, Kai. Mummy gets to leave me with Daddy. I certainly hope that Gretchen and Ricky will absorb all the information that I've given them and actually do the best that they can do because they certainly were up for me coming here today. Come on, get the ball. Come on. Go get the ball from Jojo. Go get the ball. Go get the ball.
Every time I'm with Kai and I'm challenged, I'm going to think about Joe, whether it's sleeping or eating or playtime.
Watch out, that's good. You know, nobody gives you a rule book. Nobody, you know, gives you a test. You know, but he's been testing us. We've been failing.
How about me? I cried in front of the
But
nanny.
today
How
is a new
mortifying.
day. Today it starts all fresh. Today. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so
Oh, you're welcome.
much. You're welcome.
Thanks, buddy.
Ricky Paull and baby Kai. Kai just gave Ricky a bath at the table. He gave
Yeah,
Daddy a
thanks
bath
a
with
lot.
his cup of water. I don't think Joe actually got to that issue when she was there. You know, Joe is such a great friend of ours, and she's heartbroken today because she's sick and she couldn't be here. But we sent her our love and our hugs and our get well thoughts and wishes. We love you, Joe, and we miss you. We wish you were here with us. So,
And she was great. It's emotional if your little person's not. He saw you do that. Thank you, honey.
thank you, Auntie.
Thank you.
Yay.
Can you come back to our house, please? Exactly.
Yay! He's taking over.
You know, the problem is, I think I have the right way to do it, you know,
Yeah.
and Greta thinks she has the right way of doing it, and,
Right.
and I've never learned, I don't know, and you really don't know, so we needed a referee.
It's been like, what, a week or so?
Yeah, it's been about 6
Yeah,
days.
yeah.
So how has it been going? Has he been eating anything but his hand?
Well, he's actually, he has...
I think he thinks he deserves applause.
Let me ask you a question. Are you going to eat your vegetables? Are you going to eat your vegetables?
No.
No!
And that is what we're dealing with. No, the truth is we are mixing in, we're doing what we're told. You have to sit in front of him, and you have to eat at the same time. We learned that. That's really important.
That's good, though. Families should eat together.
Huge.
Big,
Exactly.
big.
It's always what you said, and you see it right away because she made a good point. He's into mimicking and copying, and I was standing behind him and cooking and throwing things on the plate and trying to sneak
No,
some
you have
in.
to eat
And
with
she's
them.
like,
Yeah.
"You've got to go, motto, motto."
And it's working. And you mix it in with a little
What about the
applesauce.
sleeping thing? Because I've heard her describe that technique before. Is it working?
CT has definitely changed our life. So controlled timed sleep technique, I never heard of that. I've read everything, Rachel. I tried
She
to leave them
invented
in.
it. It's her.
It's
We have every
unbelievable.
book in the
And it
house.
does, we are, she said to
That's
me,
good.
just taking a look at Kai and seeing his temperament and how he did with the food, she's like, I'm gonna wager 5 days. No lie, you guys, on the 5th day, he did it in 5 minutes.
I love it.
It was unbelievable. I still can't believe it.
Ricky and Kai are going for a little walk around the block.
Now we want some of that bam, 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 bam shrimp in the back.
You wanna go for a walk?
He's going to take Kai.
Yes.
You're going to stick around because
Yes.
we're going to do fashion first. As long as we're here with Greta, we might as well use her skills and give her a break for fashion. Up next, some viewer fashion first right after this.